whopping 82% of the population. So will the WHO study impact the wireless industry if people do hang up their cell phones from a health scare? Here now from Atlanta, tech analyst Jeff Kagan. From San Francisco, Kent German, who covers the wireless industry for CNET. Jeff, I want to begin with you. I mean, you heard what Dr. Nancy Snyderman said. This is not really new, and there's no definitive proof, but will it have an impact, do you think, on cell phone usage?
Hi, Brian. You know, this is a scary story, but we've heard this same scary story, it seems, year after year after year over the last 10, 20 years. I was listening to Nancy and you talk, and that's exactly right. This is not a new story. It may be a new group talking about it, but it's the same story that we've been hearing. It's a story that scares everyone to hear it, but we don't see any rise in cancers. So is it going to have an impact on the marketplace? I don't think so. I think everybody will think. Maybe they'll look around a little bit more, and then it'll start to die down. I don't think it's going to impact the companies. I think that the industry that's growing rapidly will continue to grow rapidly until if someday there's a Marlboro cigarette man moment. You know, we heard about cigarettes and cancer for many, many years, and all of a sudden, you know, the Marlboro man who was always on a horse was dying in a bed in the hospital, and he had some kind of a video, and that changed the way people thought. That time changed the way people thought about cancer and cigarettes. Will that happen with wireless? Well, there's no sign so far. I don't want to say it's totally safe because we don't know. So we're better off taking the safe road and having maybe an earpiece, maybe a speakerphone.
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
I don't think it's going to stop cell phones.
And Kent, at least there's no cartoon cell phone character right now for the industry to go after. But I mean, right. does the industry respond to this? I mean, do they acknowledge it, or is the best way, I guess, to go about business as usual is just to go about business as usual?
I think this industry is going to continue growing, and it's going to be business as usual. This is a scary story, but there seems to be a scary story just like this all the time in the wireless industry. We had one a few months ago. We have one, it seems, every year. It seems like if you look at the news history on the web, you can find story after story after story. And the industry continues to put out their version, says there's not a problem. We don't really expect them to do anything different, of course. Let's
get Kent's comments to that. Kent, I want you to respond to the story as well. I mean, listen, you've been covering this for a long time. I mean, does somebody start marketing their phones? Hey, we're less, a transmittal of electronic dangerous signals.